What's going on, guys? Crypto Poppy here. Let's get it.
Y ya no sabes lo que pasa. El primero de papi. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Saturday morning. Oh man, I love these Saturday mornings. You know those Saturday mornings where you wake up and exactly what you predicted right before you went to bed happened? Guys, if you follow me on Twitter, which not many of you do, by the way, got like, I don't know, 20 followers on Twitter. I know it's a brand new Twitter account. So please go follow me on Twitter. And I'll tell you why you should follow me on Twitter. Last night I was laying in bed and I was looking at the Bitcoin chart on my phone, and I was doing my typical technical analysis, and man, it things just felt really good. Everything was aligned, that I just had this feeling that I'm going to wake up to 60k Bitcoin. And that happened. That happened exactly as I thought it was going to happen. Look, that only happens 51% of the time. Remember, I'm always right 51% of the time. So I'm not a financial advisor, right? Remember that. You do you, I do me, right? But anyway, look, guys, the left side here is what I tweeted right before I went to bed. I just had the feeling we were gonna see a butt cheek and we were gonna see a moon, and that I was gonna wake up to 60k Bitcoin. And it happened, guys. It happened. Like this is current price action, and this is last night before I went to bed. Now, guys, that I mean, that's pretty darn close, isn't it? So, anyways, guys, listen. Thing about following me on Twitter is that, when I'm lying in bed and my wife's asleep next to me and I see something in the charts, the only way for me to get that out is Twitter. I can't just turn on my video. You don't want to see me what I look like when I'm in bed, right? I can't just turn on my video and tell you, guys, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bye, 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 bye. Anyway, so follow me on Twitter. That's where I'll give you those really quick updates where I see something that needs to be said, and it needs to be said quickly. All right, so we are, we crossed 60K. We're a little bit lower than 60K right now. We're just up and down, hovering at 60K. So where do I see this going from here? Well, guys, I've been saying since February 5th, which was the day that I launched this channel, that if you show me a new high, I'll show you a buy. And so, the fact that we crossed the old all-time high, let's take a look at, let's actually, if it feels like that was a long time ago, but I was looking at the charts this morning thinking, man, so we hit the all-time high of 58,500, call it, depending on the exchange you're looking at, on February 21st. And then we had a dip. And what does Crypto Poppy tell you guys? Buy the dip, guys. Buy the dip. At least, you know what? I'm not a financial advisor. You do you, I do me. I tell you that I'm buying the dip. You do what you want. All right? So we went down 26% in 7 days. I literally know of people that bought up here and sold somewhere on the way down because they panicked because they saw a dip. And people that had just gone into Bitcoin for the first time. Now listen, if you're one of those people and you're watching this channel, look, I'm not saying that to make you feel bad in any way. I am saying that so that you understand the way Bitcoin works. And if you continue to follow me, I'll continue to tell you that when you buy, you always have to have the expectation that Bitcoin is going to go down. It's just that's just, if you have that expectation, then if it goes up, then it's gravy. And save some cash, because when you buy, there's a potential that it's going to go down. If it goes down, you average in, you buy the dip. You don't sell what you bought. That you don't do. You don't do that in a bull market. You might do that in a bear market. You do not do that while Crypto Poppy's telling you we are in the middle of a bull market. We are still in the middle of a bull market. I've been saying it since February 5th. I've been saying it for a year. Well, I haven't been saying it for a year because exactly 1 year ago today is when the reversal of the bear market to bull market happened. Can you believe that, guys? I'm going to show you that on the charts. Pretty incredible, eh? That exactly March 13th, 2020 was the beginning of the reverse from bear to bull. Absolutely incredible. So, what do you do? We're in a bull market. What do you do when you see the dips? What does Crypto Poppy do? He buys. I told you guys that my last purchase was at 47K. Sorry, 48K. 48K. I don't want to exaggerate or lie around here. $48,000. Some of you are my witnesses, like always. That I bought at $48,000, and we're up. We are. So I didn't look. I didn't catch the bottom. That's okay. I don't need to catch the top. That's fine too. But we are up in 13 days. We are up almost 40% in 13 days. So we went down 7 days and then and dipped and then up in just 13 days. We're up another almost 40%, guys. That's incredible. That's incredible. That's getting faster than the 19 days it took us, and the 11 days it took us to get back up to that. So this dip, this 7-day dip, feels like a month, doesn't it? I know that's what happens when we start dipping. Things start to feel like they take a lot longer. But at the end of the day, this dip was nothing. And I've been saying it on this channel that I don't get concerned at all when these dips happen. I just buy more. Again, you do you, I do me. All right, guys. So from March 13th, guys, look at this. Sorry, that's not March 13th. That is the dip. That's the COVID dip, okay? That was when probably a lot of people sold over here. A lot of people panicked. That's when hysteria set in. Okay? This is why you just don't sell. March 13th is literally the day that we reversed this trend. Okay? Literally the day that we reversed the trend. Now, since March 13th, we are up, which is exactly a year ago. Hard to see there. About 1,200%. 1,200%. Wow, guys, what a journey. What a journey this year has been. Absolutely bananas and incredible. And you're so sure that something's gonna happen, but at the end of the day, you're never positive. You can't guarantee anybody that these things are gonna happen. So I just, these days are really good to reflect on and say, wow, look how far we've come. Look how far we've come, guys. 1,200% in a year. Incredible gains. Guys, if you've kept your money in fiat currency over the last year, things have not gone well for you. If you put your money in gold, things haven't gone great. Look, I still continue to believe cryptocurrency is the place to be, and it's the place to be invested in. It's the way of the future. All right? From the moment that I started filming Bitcoin, which was on February 8th, Bitcoin is up 64%. Okay? That is exactly 36 days ago. Is that really 36 days ago? I've only been filming for a month. It feels like a year. Wow. And we're up 36%. 60 whatever percent. Anyway. Okay, guys. So where are we going from here? Look. The technical target of what I see as this massive daily, on the daily, we're looking at the Bitcoin daily chart. The technical target of what I see here with this W, and that's how you calculate it. You take the width of the W and you put it against the breakout, and that's how I get that number. I'm just showing you there. Is technically somewhere around 73.5K. And so, yes, that is what I think we're going to do. And, giving you a timeline is a lot more difficult than telling you where I think we're going, because Bitcoin's a bit unpredictable, and like anything that gets traded goes up and it goes down. But my theory, my prediction is that we'll go more up than down over the next few months, and that we'll see 73.5K, at some point. I've also said that 100K is for me very, very likely, and I've put a big yellow line up there. Maybe we'll put some champagne bottles up here and a picture of a pool soon, because that one I'm giving you a timeline on. That sometime before I open my pool, May 24 weekend, I feel like we'll be at 100K. The fundamentals show it. The fundamentals could not be stronger. And at the same time, the technical analysis shows it too. All right, so that's where I think we're going now. Why do I have this here? This is what we call Fibonacci retracement. And I haven't explained this too much. And I'm actually not huge. To be honest, I don't trade Fibonacci levels. But there comes a time where Fibonacci retracement is actually the only technical analysis you can do, because you've sort of broken new ground and you're in what we call price discovery. So it's very difficult to do any kind of technical analysis when Bitcoin's mooning like this. But there's two things that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the W breakout, which puts me at 73.5, and a lot of people do look at Fibonacci levels, and especially the golden ratio, the 1618 Fibonacci level. And so that tends to sometimes become a self-fulfilling prophecy, because if people are looking at it, bots are looking at it, traders are looking at it, then that's kind of the levels that you can expect to see some volatility. So for me, if I was to predict what's going to happen here, again, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. You do you, I do me. I think we're going about 68K, and maybe in the next week, and we're going to see some volatility around that price range. We're probably going to take a dip and flirt with 68K, flirt with 70K, and then boom up to 73.5K, and then from there we'll reassess in terms of what's happening and what's going on. But anyways, guys, that's sort of my prediction for Bitcoin. Again, guys, not a financial advisor. Don't forget that, okay? Never forget that. Okay, so what else do I want to show you? So why do I think that we've still got upside? Again, from a technical analysis perspective, I talked to you a few videos ago about this insane bullish cross that we were seeing. And we saw that bullish cross happened after I filmed, and everything about the MACD right now is bull, 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 bull. Histogram is pointing upwards. We've got green bars, and we're above the neutral zone right here. We've got the faster EMA crossing over the slower EMA, and that's very bullish in MACD world. I told you guys the last time we crossed, Bitcoin went up. I think it was 90%. Don't quote me on that. I've got a video on that. So I expect the same explosive move up right now. And I'm going to continue to say that until the charts tell me something different, right? The other thing about the charts is that the RSI, so this line here, the 70%, people look at it differently in terms of whether it's 60%, 70%, 80%. The default is at 70%, anything above is we are in overbought territory. That means that momentum is swinging to the upside right now, because the oscillator is actually pointing up, which says momentum is up. But once we get into this territory, we get into overbought territory. However, guys, we have a long way to go, because Bitcoin loves to stay in overbought territory and has no problem staying in overbought territory for weeks and even months, depending on which chart you're looking at. And so I'm not concerned right now. I don't think we're overcooked this particular second. I think we've got upside. I think I'm not sure what price Bitcoin may be at. Maybe it'll be, maybe this is going to align with that 68K. But I do see some upside there, then potentially some volatility, and then probably up to here on the RSI indicator, which could be maybe that 73, 75K, which from the day that I said we were going to hit 100K, which was at 50K, at 75K, we'd be halfway there. So right now, not only is everything still in check to hit 100K before May 2 weekend, but we might actually beat that. And I did say that was a conservative approach. So again, guys, everything in the charts is telling me that we're bullish, and I'm going to be bullish until we're not. Okay, we got a long way to go, guys, in this bull market. One of the things that I wanted to show you guys is how far can this really go? How far is this bull market? What's the level of confidence that we're not at the top, right? And how do we know that we've reached the top? Well, the first thing I want to say is that I think there's a 0.0% chance that we're at the top. Now, again, guys, not a financial advisor. You do you, I do me. But I give it zero probability that this is it for Bitcoin and this is the top. So if some of you are wondering whether you should buy now, you do what you want with that information. So how am I going to see when the top arrives? So this is the 2017 bull market, where we had a massive parabolic run up in December. Look, I'm still looking for these EMAs as the first indication that we may have hit top. And so that's going to happen after we hit top. We see some downside, we see correction, and we fail to make a new high. Right now, That didn't happen, and I promise you, there were definitely people saying when we took this dip, um, mostly uneducated people. I have to say, I didn't really see too many educated people in the space, too many influencers in the space actually saying that this was top. For sure, Peter Schiff was talking about, this being the potential top and talking about gold. And wow, don't get me started on that dude. Biggest joke in Bitcoin's history. But as long as I continue to see what I'm seeing in the charts, which is basically EMAs are very strong. We're above the 21-day EMA. We're above the 55-day EMA. We're above the 200-day EMA. Everything looks bullish. Everything looks strong. There's no reason to think right now that we hit the top. And if we did, well, we'll know. We'll know because things will start to look very bearish, and these EMAs will start to cross. And hit that like, hit that subscribe, guys, because I'm definitely going to talk to you about when I see that in the charts. I'm not just bull indefinitely, okay? Because we are. Listen, you do need to pay attention to this. I'm not trying to scare you off or anything, but you do need to know. Like, we're 365 days of like pretty much like parabolic straight pumpage up, right? And not only that, we are. Um, if we actually take, check this out. If we actually take the when this trend truly, like when the bottom of the bear market was, this was $3,000 Bitcoin. $3,000 Bitcoin. To where we are now, it's been 819 days. So again, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm trying to tell you that this is going to happen. I'm just telling you an observation that I made today that was pretty interesting. If we look at the last bull market, end of 2017, and it's hard to see. I'm on a logarithmic scale, guys, so that we can actually see this properly. But I think bottom was not there. I think bottom was, I want to say here. So about 1,000 days. I think that was bottom. So bull market went about 1,000 days after we saw bottom. So that's right, guys. We still got time. If you want me to give you some timelines, which I'm always a little bit uncomfortable with, I don't see this bull market ending anytime soon. I don't see this bull market ending before July for sure. I think by the end of this year, we could be at $250,000, $300,000 Bitcoin. I think there's a very big possibility of that. I think that this bull market that we're in, combined with the COVID effect and the printing money and the inflation that's going on, I kind of think that this is going to create an even more parabolic run than Bitcoin saw in 2017, more like the 2013 Bitcoin parabolic run. So I still think we've got lots of upside here. And, I will continue to buy the dips. I'm not buying now, but partially because, man, I got no liquidity because I'm so invested now in NBA Top Shot. I'm so invested in crypto. Like, right now, like, we're eating ramen every day, right? Like, so, I'm not even feeding my kids so that I can take the money and, put it into Bitcoin because I'm way more interested in what's going to happen in the future and not really what's happening today. And I'm really concerned, guys. I'm really concerned about the inflation that I'm seeing. I talked about this in my first video. I know the audio quality is really bad in that video, but it was my first video. Whatever. Give me a break. Cut me some slack. But, I don't know what industry you guys are in, but man, are we starting to really feel the inflation in the IT industry, and then the cost of labor has gone up significantly. But you could start to see it, guys. The cost, the inflation, and the effect that that it has when we continue to print money and put that money back into people's pockets. At the same time, they have less things to spend their money on because, at least here in Canada, we're still locked down. There's lots of countries that are looking a lot more promising than Canada is right now in terms of the lockdown. But, I think there's a lot of people like me. Like, if you have money right now, you have extra cash because you're not spending it on gas. You're not spending it on going out and eating meals. Um, you know, it's what are you spending it on? And for me, it's like extra money in the family right now is going to Bitcoin. I got my family's full support on this. My daughters can't stop talking about crypto. I'm not kidding, guys. Like, they're getting interested in this. And Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're pretty committed to this as a family, and we're in this together, no matter what happens. No matter what happens, which is really comforting to have that support. But hell, at this point, it's paid off because I didn't buy the bottom at 3,000 in March, but I sure had a really good investment in Bitcoin at that time frame. And as most of you know, I invested for the first time in early 2018 when the bear market started. So all that's paid off so far. I don't think we're done. Guys, I love these days where we can just sit here and celebrate the gains. Every single one of you in this community right now is in profits, and nothing makes me feel better than that. Nothing. All right, it pains me more, when I hear somebody said, "Oh, I bought the top and it's going down. Oh my God!" And they're starting to panic and they're starting to send me messages. What do you think is going to happen next? You know, I still stick to what I say in my videos and I point people towards my video, but it still sucks, right? It still sucks when people bought because you're out there preaching the long-term validity of Bitcoin and somebody buys and then, they see downside. Well, guys, if you bought the top at 58K, you saw 7 days of downside, okay? So I don't feel bad for nobody. You want more. You want bloodier moments for longer because they get you accustomed to this, right? So you're too spoiled right now, guys. You're too spoiled. 7 days of downside if you bought the top, man, you're spoiled. All right? So this is amazing news, guys. I love that we can do this together. I love your absolute encouragement and your comments and your questions. And we're above 100K subscribe 100K. That'll be the day, guys. That'll be the day. We're above 100 subscribers. That's amazing, guys. I continue to please like me on like my videos on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter. Keep following me. I'm not gonna stop doing these videos right now. While I have spare time and I'm not going out and I'm not doing much else, this is where I'm spending my energy on. When I'm not working, I'm talking crypto, whether it's my family or my friends or you on YouTube. That's what I'm doing. So very passionate about this stuff. I believe in this long term. And congratulations, guys. If you bought the dip, congratulations. If you own Bitcoin right now, congratulations. If you don't, well, there'll be more dips. There'll be more opportunities. And I wish you all the best, guys. We'll be back soon. Let's see how this goes. I expect to see us above 60, 68. I already said that. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. If I don't see you again, checking out. Love you all. Peace.